Hey Capricorn, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading from May 31st, 2023. This is for Capricorn. Capricorn, should this video cut off due to time constraints on certain platforms, just know we always upload the extended to YouTube, and we typically upload there first. So if you like, share, and subscribe, you'll be notified of when we do. And the link for that's on our page, and this is our last shuffle. Let's see what's going on here. So we have victim mentality, and we have milestone. So there's an energy of realizing that you are going to reach to this destination anyway. Milestone is something that is set so far ahead in the future that you're just like, well, I'll think about that when we get there, right? I'll cross that bridge when we reach it. But the victim mentality may say in your mind, you're just like, it's not fair that I've gotten here. Oh gosh, yeah, it's not fair that I've gotten to this point, that maybe there's some things you didn't realize that if you were to continue certain behaviors or something like that, that it would lead you to this, kind of thing. But the thing is here that the milestone is that you were meant to be in a certain place or where you are. This is interesting. I've got to put these down because this is very interesting here. Now, you have the Chariot and you have Ace of Cups over everything. You're headed towards a new beginning. You're headed towards something new. It's actually better for you. It has a lot more potential, a lot more options, or better options, more viable, healthier potential for happiness options. You're getting what you want. And I think that whatever you ask for or wishes being fulfilled for you right now, it was a very Pandora box, be careful what you wish for kind of thing. Okay, you maybe feel victimized by the traumas you've gone through because of the victim mentality with 3 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands, and 8 of Swords tells me that you may have had a lot of traumas as when you were younger, or before, whenever, whatever time. Chariot energy does speak of being led by the family or having family influence, and that's where this is what you were in the chariot your family built, and the horses listen to your family, and they're taking you for a ride. And so that may be that energy from you. You're saying, well, I just I was just doing what I felt was right based on blah 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 blah. But the victim mentality tells me that due to those things, due to those traumas, or due to being hurt, wounded, you thought very negatively of yourself. You felt very like you were hard on yourself. This is an energy of being very, very hard on oneself, expecting things or people to walk away from you or to leave you. And so it looks as though you wished for these things, these traumas, all this stuff. You wished for it to get away from you. And you waited for an answer. And what ended up happening may have caused a huge rift in everything that's going on. Like, it may have then you realize that some of your actions, some of the things you did based on your fears, based on your negative thinking, sabotaged a situation. And so with that being said, with the Ace of Cups being here, that means that there's a renewal of something. Or say if you sabotage like a relationship and they walked away, or you walked away, this looks like a renewal of that relationship. Now, if not, then this is a new path you're going down, a new inspired path. But you still may feel victimized by the fact that you had to make that wish. Like, why did I even have to do that? Why did I even have to be in that position? Milestone with Temperance and Hermit tells me that you have made your peace with the fact that you might live alone. You may have made your peace with the fact that I'm just going to end up being alone. Somebody's going to walk away from me. Maybe your person walks away from you. And you've reached a milestone though. That would have been the milestone. Like, at first you're like, I felt like I was going to be alone. But the truth of it is, the milestone that you've reached, you were meant to reach, and you were going to reach anyway, based on all this stuff, is that you now have complete and utter peace within. It looks like you've reached deep. And if you haven't, that's what it was called. All of the things you went through was meant for you to do, is do some soul searching and realize that miracles are real, right? And that you have angelic help. And I think that you've reached that milestone where you realize that angels have always been in your life. The Hermit speaks of going, not only doing soul searching, but going back throughout your entire life in a history lesson, in a sense, not feeling the feelings, but just looking at everything and going, yeah, by this point and that point, I was doing that and I was here. And then realizing, dude, I never would have made it. I never should have made it. I couldn't have made it without my help, without angelic help, divine help. And that's a milestone in and of itself. So as you're thinking about the things you've gone through, as you realize that you are getting your wishes fulfilled, but it just didn't come the way you thought. Like, I would love to get rid of my traumas. I don't want to be triggered anymore. I need to work through my triggers. I need to work through this. Why do I keep thinking that something is wrong all the time? That would be this energy here saying, I never would have made it without that divine help. I see that now. That even through my traumas, they still brought me here. I still had the mind to realize, or the self-awareness enough to realize that there was something going on with me that I needed to ask for help for. And that's a beautiful thing, okay? And a creative endeavor with the Tower and Five of Pentacles. The creative endeavor says that what's being blown apart is always feeling like there's something missing from you, or that you're deficient in some way, that you're not good enough, you don't measure up to something. The creative endeavor is like you feel like I can't even, like, I'm missing something to be a creative individual, or I'm missing something in a situation. Something is going to happen, because this is an event. These are events. These are things that occur, right? You reach that milestone where you're just like, I realize I need to, when I look back, I was always being blessed, right? And then this other aspect of this throughout the day is like things are going to happen that's going to blow away all the things, all those negative feelings that you had about yourself, that, something's wrong with me. The Eight of Swords is like, no matter which way I turn, I can't seem to get da 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 da. So I'm not even going to turn around no more. There's a meme that goes around. It's funny, but it's like every time I turn around, there's a bill. So I'm just going to stop turning around. And that's like funny. But then it's like, that would be what I'm saying? When I try this, it doesn't work. So I'm not going to try that anymore. And so they're telling you that there was nothing really ever wrong with you. There's doors being closed in your face so that you could get your wishes fulfilled. And you didn't know that. You were always blessed. You were always blessed, no matter what, through everything. Dark thoughts, the Sun, Seven of Swords. Dark thoughts are you're looking ahead into the future, and you're saying there's no such thing as happiness. There's no such thing as real joy. There's no way that somebody's happy all the time. Something always, it has to be wrong. Spirit is really calling attention to this. Like, you asked for this stuff to go away. And so they're calling attention to the way that you think. Now, you may be that type of a person that's a little bit more cynical. And so they're calling attention to that. You should not be as cynical because it's almost like the angels are saying, you can't be cynical and we're here working miracles for you. How dare you? How dare you? You can't be that way, right? So they're telling you here that there was nothing ever wrong with you. Everything that you tried to do, it was closed for a reason. It wasn't because you were deficient. It was because it wasn't good enough for you. It didn't have enough in the pot. I don't want you going for, doing all this stuff for so-and-so amount when you deserve a suitcase full. They were closing doors in your face for a reason. You were being blessed all the way through. Spirit wants you to know that. They're trying to call attention to this because there's a victim mentality that you may be experiencing. Today, you may be in a place where you're just like, I wouldn't have had to do this if had this, then this, and this not happen. And they're saying you don't seem to see that your wishes are being fulfilled. And that we're putting you on a different path right now because that's where all of the potential is, because that's what you asked for. So none of these things are your fault. You are not deficient in any way. It's important that you walk away from all of this and expect greatness. And that's what they've got for you. Now, you have Sagittarius here you could be dealing with, or Scorpio, a Leo, or Virgo. We also have Cancer. You don't have to be dealing with those signs. We have Cancer, Leo, cusp here. All right, and you could be a Sagittarius, a Capricorn cusp. You don't have to be dealing with those signs at all. These signs could be in your chart. All right, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.